The FDA approves a new drug to help people with mild or early stage Alzheimer's disease.
But Oklahoma's Alzheimer's Association says initially the only people who will have access to the drug are patients who pay out of pocket. News on 6's Ashlyn Brothers explains why. Ashlyn?
Well, Tatum and Jonathan, this is exciting news for many outreach organizations and families who know the ugly reality of Alzheimer's disease. But many experts say the drug is pricey. It comes with potential health risks like brain swelling and bleeding, and some wonder whether the drug will make a noticeable difference in patients with dementia. The only memories Jeff Healy has of his grandma are of her in a care facility and not knowing who he was. That was Jeff's first experience with dementia. Then about 6 years ago, his father-in-law Bob was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Never talked to a stranger his whole life, and so breaks my heart, that, towards the last, year and a half, 2 years of his life, everyone was a stranger.
Jeff and his wife became caregivers.
He's like, and how do I know you? And she's like, well, you're my dad. And he's like, oh, that's why I love you so much. I knew I loved you, I just didn't know why.
Bob died from the disease last summer.
And I think about, this most recent drug and, again, how it can prolong life. And again, had we caught it earlier, and I can imagine if he had been able to take the medication for the last 5 years.
The FDA approved the new drug Leqembi, which requires twice-a-month infusions and appears to slow the cognitive decline in patients in early stages of Alzheimer's. It will cost more than $26,000 a year.
And amyloid is, one of the proteins that builds up and is a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. And this drug works by clearing that out.
However, because federal officials say there's not enough evidence for the drug's effectiveness, it's not covered by Medicare or Medicaid.
Right now, the only people who are going to have access to this drug that really is a game changer, for Alzheimer's, are going to be the people who can pay for it out of pocket.
The FDA approval came via its accelerated approval pathway. Now, the agency says it'll receive results for review from phase 3 of the clinical trial soon, and depending on those, it could lead to lower costs. Ashlyn Brothers, Oklahoma's own News on 6.